want to show you something a little more contemporary because it's time to kind of have some fun and people are looking for a little something different. So what we did here is a gorgeous parallel design. A little bit different. We didn't use traditional baby's breath. Doesn't mean you can't. By all means, you could tuck baby's breath down here. You could do so many different things to this. But what the key event is to make sure it's parallel and even. And with this design, it's very simple to do. Now with this vase, I did have those roses in foam. But I didn't want to put foam all the way to the bottom because then you get this customer walking out the door with this big heavy thing. So all I did is I took some cellophane, I cut it up and I squished it in the bottom and put the foam on top. Then you can make sure there's enough foam that you're not sticking anything through. But I believe everything should be easy. There we go. All right, perfect. So now we got our cello. It's sitting about this point here right now. So almost just a little over halfway. I'm going to cut about half a block here. Of course, I'm shy, so let's use this half. There, perfect. Good fit. Now, again, you can either glue it down there if you want to. I'm just going to use just a little bit of tape. One thing about tape is you want to make sure you hide your mechanics. And that's just good designing. Don't you ever walk into other like big box stores and you go to their arrangement cooler and you see all the foam and you see their mechanics and it's kind of sloppy and I don't like that. All right. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to decide how tall you want your container. I like it fairly tall because this is something a little different. I don't want to make it too short. I want the value, and when you leave the length, sometimes you just get better value. You can see the value better. So that might be a bit too tall. So I'm going to cut a couple inches off there. And that'll be perfect. And I stick it in about an inch because these ones here you want to be secure. Now you see I haven't taken all the leaves off. What I want to do is I want to have a beautiful clustering of leaves here. And again, you don't want to remove them all. Leaves are a friend. But for this design, I thought I liked it better with the leaves. Oop, I'm going to cut it a little bit more. There we go. It's looking good already. See how easy this is? There's 4. So you're just going to do 3 beautiful rows of 4. This guy here, see how he's kind of down there and doesn't really belong? Remove that. And this rose I'm using today is a Black Magic. And I chose the Black Magic because of the container. I love the fact that it's this beautiful metallic shape to it. So I wanted to have a rose that was sort of dark and lustery. So we went with a Black Magic or a Black Baccara would be wonderful. Okay. I am taking a little of the thorns off that are going into the foam, but I'm not taking it off right at the base. I'm just literally taking off the point to make it easier to go in. You could do this with any kind of flower. It doesn't have to be roses. Maybe it's carnations. Carnations are certainly making a comeback right now. I'm so glad to hear that too. They're wonderful. This is a gorgeous container. You could do this with pink roses with this container. Nice hot pink would be beautiful, even a light pink. Another idea is to have containers with stripes going on. You can mimic the stripe. I like looking at your surroundings sometimes. You can get a lot of design ideas just by looking around. There. Look at that. Look how gorgeously even all this is on top. You could set a plate and have dinner off it and eat like a king. But we're going to continue on. What I put in for the last one was some beautiful feathers, and I just went over to the craft store. Your wholesale will carry these. And I love these ones because they were beautiful and dark and they matched the Black Baccara perfectly. And all I did was just sort of set them in the middle, right down at the base. already looking beautiful. Right there. Just a little texture. And what's nice about this is you got this mass here and a mass here with some beautiful negative space. We don't have to have stuff coming all the way up all the time. You just want to make sure that whatever you do, it looks pretty. Now you see you got the foam. So I used Ming Fern because of the texture of the Ming. I love texture in arrangements. That's my key event. And parallels are actually one of my favorite ways of designing because it is something a little different. You could use baby's breath at the bottom. Nothing wrong with baby's breath. Baby's breath is a fabulous flower, even on its own, in my opinion. I hope you guys are as excited as I get about flowers because I just love seeing new things. When I go to other people's design shows, whether they be hands-on or just a show or just into other flower shops, I just get so excited, and I take their ideas and I'll take them back with me and I might tweak them to something a little different, or maybe I just try making something similar. Just make sure all your foam's covered. I think I did a pretty good job of that. Have a look. That looks pretty good. All right, so there you go. An easy way of making a same recipe in a totally different manner. Go ahead, have fun, have a great Valentine's, and I wish you all the success. Thanks.